Good morning, everybody. Welcome to VO in TO, where I take you behind the scenes on the goings on of a voiceover artist. Today, I'm on my way to go interview my agent at my agency. Let's go. And
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
testing. James, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to see little old me. But this is really for my viewers, and I think they're going to benefit greatly from your counsel.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint.
Okay, awesome.
Where can you send your demo tape? That's actually a harder question to answer than you might think. Last year I did a seminar, a voice expo kind of thing, and that was one of the questions that was that we were trying to answer as an agent panel, and one of the guys who was from LA, he just said, look, if you send me your demo out of the blue, you're wasting your time, because I can't take time out of my day to look at every demo that comes to me unsolicited. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done. I've got lots of clients that I already have to take care of. The only way that you're going to get me to listen to something is if you get one of my people that I know and respect to suggest that I should do it. Because then you've got some credibility.
Would that then mean that perhaps someone who's starting out in voiceover, maybe they don't go to a top tier agency?
Absolutely. And maybe what you want to start doing is building up your resume first. Like we were talking about it off mic before, doing some pro bono. Maybe there's a volunteer agency or a group in town that needs a voiceover for their website or whatever. Practice on that. Do it for nothing, but get the credit. And the more work you do, the more practice you have, the better you'll be once you get to the point where you're ready to be represented. It's a tough game. And there's a lot of people in it. A lot of people now want to get into this business. And Sylvia, as you know, it's competitive.
Oh boy, is it ever.
Right?
I want to kill everybody. Just joking. Joke.
Just a joke. Yeah. Only figuratively speaking. What am I looking for in a talent? If I do have time, I look for something that engages me, something that I don't already have too. And there's another piece of advice. Make sure your tech, make sure your file works. Okay? And depending on what platform you're using, I know some people use Vimeo, some people use just send an MP3. Sometimes really that's just the easiest way, is do it. If it's just audio, MP3, I know it's lame. It's not, the broadcast quality. That doesn't matter. When you're just looking for an agent, that's enough. But the thing is, it's gotta hook me right away. The first spot in the demo is really, really, really important.
So in the first spot in the demo, should it be a hard sell, a soft sell?
Just depends. Depends on what you're really, really good at. What's your hit? What's your hit? That's what I want. That's what you want me to want. Right? Yeah. Don't work up to it.
Right.
When you're doing self-tapes, whether it be audio, whether it be on camera, you got to hit it right off the bat, man.
You gotta knock it out of the park from jump. Yeah,
because they get, 150, 200, 300 auditions for a spot. If you don't nail it right off the bat, well, they're not going to listen to your second take. Hell, they're not even going to listen to after about 10, 15 seconds. They'll be like, onward, next. And this is the new way of casting. Now, there are pay-to-play voiceover sites, as you know. It's the race to the bottom as far as rates are concerned. And also, if you're on one of those sites, well, you're captive. I mean, because you've got to be on it all the time, because you never know when some job's going to get posted. And you don't want to be number 462. And you want to be in the top 10 or 15 or 20. Do I know right away when I hear the voice? I'm not Nostradamus. So no, I don't always know. Sometimes you really have a really good gut feel that, when you hear it, wow, that's it. But I can't always predict.
Now, in your experience, you have how many people on your roster currently?
Okay, the agency is a full service agency. There are approximately 600 and something. I don't deal with them all, obviously. I would say I probably, in a year would deal with 50, 60% of them. Does that help?
Yeah, because I think it's important for my viewers to understand that when it comes to soliciting representation, and that's why it's so important to make sure that you're really hitting whoever's listening to your audio tape, that you just really put your best voice forward, because there's a lot of competition. And
when you're starting out, maybe look for a boutique agency, someone that doesn't have hundreds of people. It's tough to find a niche that's unique to you if you're dealing with someone like us. Whereas you go to another agency, they might only have 30 or 40 clients. Well, it's likely that, if you're good, they'll take you, or they'll consider you at least.
When it comes to representation, like what are the general parameters? Like, because there are some people who are represented, but then they also have their home studios and do their own thing. Like, I guess it depends, like the contracts depend.
Just depends on what kind of a deal that you have. Most of the people that are here, we're the only agency that they have. But some of them will have maybe an LA agent as well. They might have a Vancouver agent. They might have a Montreal agent. And that's fine. In the voiceover world, that's not uncommon at all. But, one of the key things for anybody who's in this business is to build up repeat business. And you want to build those relationships. They don't want to hire somebody who's going to take 5-6 hours to record the spot. Even though you might end up staying for 5 or 6 hours, what they want to do is they want to get you in and out in an hour. Make sure the demo is a good demo too. And do your research. Get online. Look up voiceover on Google, on one of the search engines. There's all sorts of resources out there. Yeah. Work on it. Practice. Do some reading out loud every day. So I think I've told you that too.
Yes, you have. Countless times.
You want to be the kind of person who goes in there and what they've asked for, and you give them a couple of takes of what they asked for, and they go, yeah, and then you go, you know what, I had an idea for this. Do you mind if I want to do another one? And they go, yeah, sure, okay, no problem. And then you give them something else, and maybe you give them something to think about. Even if it's advertising, okay, it's still kind of a creative process.
Well, that is great. That about does it for us. Any parting words for budding voiceover artists?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know that.
This man right here, I know a lot of Jameses in my life, but this James right here is the only one that matters.
Aw, thanks.
And that's a wrap.
All right.